So, the drama of the day or yesterday, I guess, is it safe to say it was some money problems?
Yes.
So I say, since from what I know is you got some money. You gave her some money. Shit went left. Things went east. Maybe a little south. So you want to explain your side of the story uninterrupted,
Yes.
and then you want to tell your side, or you just want to respond to what she says?
I'm gonna tell my side.
Okay.
I'll respond.
Well, you're gonna have no choice after that. But let's go, Queen. No, tell your side.
So what had happened was I had got some money, and I was like, well, since I got some money, let me give my sister some. So I gave her some money. Exactly. So I gave her money, and then like she just had this. She was alright at first, so I gave her her money. We wasn't doing nothing. We wasn't bitching. We was cool. I gave her money. She was just sitting there. We was in the car. We was going to Mobile and stuff. So we was having fun. We was chilling. So when we get home, we doing the stuff. She knows she got dishes, and whatever I gotta do. We doing our stuff, and then we go in the room and we just sitting there chilling, talking about stuff. She just out of the ordinary just got this attitude for no reason. Like I didn't do shit. Like I said, as much as I know, we was cooling. And then like just 5 minutes later after we got home, she just had this stupid ass attitude with everything. Like walking around hella, just messing up my vibe. So I'm like, yo, bro. And then she over here just, what? Hella snappy and shit. So I'm like, bro, you know I don't have to give you that money, right? And she was like, of course you don't. Like, just, like, bro. And then, so I take it. And then, like, 5 minutes later, I get.
Well, how'd you take it? Why you skip it over? How did you take it?
I walked up to her pillow and took it out. And that was that.
Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, I gave it back. Eventually, I gave it back. And then she was like, if you want your money, just keep your money. I'm like, I'm going to have to give it to you anyway. Because if I want to buy something, then I'm going to have to give you something too. Because I can't just leave you left out. Plus, you was going to make me give her some anyway. So, that's what you did last time. So, I gave her the money. Which it wasn't all because you was going to make me anyway. But
That's a lie, but anywho.
that was not a lie, because I wasn't even thinking about that till we got home and she had an attitude. So, then I gave it back, and then again she had an attitude. So, at this point, I'm like, fuck it.
Bad.
So, we get home already. We pulling up in the driveway. She like, oh, we got this money. She gave me some $5. I'm like, thank you. And then we go in the house, doing our shit, and then after we done with that, you know what I'm saying, go check on the dog or whatever. And then we go in the room. And so I'm sitting on the bed, she's sitting on the bed, and then you had said, you might want to save your money and all that. So I told her, I said, you might want to save your money. She was like, what? What? With an attitude. And then I said, you might want to save your money. And then she said, I can do whatever I want with my money. I'm not saying it. And then so we went in the room, alright. And so we sit on the bed.
Uninterrupted.
And we sit on the bed, and she gonna sit up there, and she gonna be like, you know, if you, that voice she be doing, she was like, oh, if you gonna catch the attitude with me, I'm gonna get my money back. And I was like, yeah, okay. And so I go back. I had walked up in the laundry room, yeah, by the back door. So I'm staring at the back door, right? And she gonna come up in there. She had took it first. She was like, I was sitting on the bed, you know what I'm saying, thinking or whatever. She gonna come back, like, that's when she had said that, and I'm gonna get my money back. And so I'm like, yeah, alright. So, and so she thinks I have an attitude. Then so she like, give me my money. Give me my money. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. So I take it out my pillow and throw it to her. And then that's when I go in the laundry room by the back door. I was staring at the back door. And that's when she come in there. She's like, here. And I was finna turn around and get the money. She said, oh, okay. And walk away. And I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. And so I'm staring out the window again. Just, you know what I'm saying, minding my business. That's when she come up in there again. Talk about some, here. So I take the money, put it in my jacket or whatever. Go up in the room so I can put it up. And so we doing that. And we, and then she came up in there. And she was like, she think I have an attitude again. I'm like, you know, and then she takes it, and then we sit on the bed, both of us. She's like in front of the bed, and I'm on my side. And so we sit like by the corner, kind of, you know, it's like this, and I'm sitting right there. And so we sitting there, and she like, she had said some slick shit, and I was like, if you want your money, just keep it. She's like, no, I'm going to give it to you anyway. And then I was like, no, you're not. And then, you know, if you don't want to give me your money, then keep your money. You know what I'm saying? Keeping it, you know what I'm saying, calm, whatever. And then she had said, love gonna make me give it to you anyways. And I said, he ain't gonna do nothing. Like, and then I was like, mama just gonna give me money and we gonna go on about our business. And so she was like, nuh-uh. And I was like, bro, that was that one time. And so she had said something else slick, and I'm like, bro, if you don't want to give me your money, then keep your money. And so after that happened, we getting ready to leave, and then I have an attitude again. She takes the money, and at this point, I feel like she's just taking it every few seconds, telling us, you have an attitude. And so we sitting on the bed again, somehow, some way, and out of the blue, she's just like, here. And I'm like, no. And then she says, here. And I'm like, no. And that's when I got up with an attitude. I'm walking out the hallway. And then she had said something. And I was like, just remember that. Because when I get my money and I'm feeling myself, I ain't giving you shit. And she was like, bro, here. And so I take the money, put it up or whatever. And that's when we got ready to leave.
So how many times did she take it in total?
Probably like twice.
Like 8 or
2 or 3
10
times. Stop lying.
I'm not lying.
You said 8 or 10?
That's a lie.
No, it's not.
That is a lie.
So let me ask you this. Did you take it more than 2 times?
No. Not that I know of, no.
Huh?
Not that I know of, no.
First of all, she took it 4 times back to back.
But you just said 8 or 10. You're lying.
She went
Would you let
down.
me finish? We go in the laundry room, and I'm staring at the window, like I said, and then she takes it 2 times back to back, which is 6. We come up in here. No, we go back in the room, and of course, I'm just on the bed, minding my business. She come up in there saying here, and so I take the money, put it up, whatever. That's when I so-called had an attitude, so she take it like another 2 times back to back, and so I'm like, man, fuck it. And I walked through the hallway, and I said, that's when I said, if I get my money, I feel myself, I ain't giving you shit.
So,
First of
you
all,
dying to talk, so go ahead and get it off your chest.
first of all, again, not accurate state. Because how the heck are you going to go from, first of all, I'm not even going to get to all that. What I'm going to say is, I'm going to tell you all the times I took the money from you. We was on the bed, we was playing a little game. You got on your towel, I was like, get off your towel. You didn't ask, you got off your towel. And so, when we was finished, we was just talking about dumb shit like school stuff, school-wise. So, she get up, for some reason had an attitude, was by the door, and she did have an attitude. It wasn't so good attitude. She had an attitude, and I don't know why. I think it was because I had told her, because she had from this morning when we was cleaning up, I had took my stuff off the floor. My stuff was on the floor, and I had not a chance to get in the room. So she thinks until she don't want to clean the room, she cleans the room. So she goes up in there. She literally every day picks the stuff off the floor, throw it on the bench. I'm like, bro, stop throwing my stuff on the bench like that. Fold it at least, because she literally can go up in there and just rummage around. But anyway, so she has an attitude after that, because I'm like, yo, and bitching at her, like, stop throwing my stuff on and stuff like that. And then she has an attitude. She walks out, accurate. She was about to do it. Inaccurate. I didn't take it 2 times back to back. I took it. I was like, bro, and that was the first time I took it. I was like, bro, give me my money back, cause you doing too much. And then we back in the room. I'm like, bro, we ain't got attitude no more. We cool again. I give her back the money. And then I get up and we like,
oh, she said we cool again. Oh,
and then I get up, we like, that's when I told her about the tablet thing. She had an attitude, of course, got off, because she was checking the time again for 5 minutes. And then, so we had, so what we did was, I got up, that's when we had the little the scriffle scrapper or whatever, about the, how to keep your money shit. That's when she went in the hallway. And I was like, bro, there's no reason for you to have an attitude. And then I went up in her, this the second time I took it. I went up in her, because I know where she has all her stuff in her pillow. So I go up in there, I go in her pillow while she's sitting on the bed. She had went back in there. I go up in there while she's sitting on the bed. I go up in her pillow, just rummaging around all like moving hella quick, trying to get the thing out of there. She's like, bro, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm getting my stuff back, and I'm obviously she knows what I'm talking about. And I'm like, and she laying on the floor for some reason, because she has a pillow and stuff all set up on the floor and stuff. And I was like, give it to me then. She gave it to me and threw it on the bed. That's when she threw it on the bed. Third time we woke up the next day, for some reason, like I said, she holds her attitudes. So she has an attitude. I'm like, give me my money back, bro. And then we in the car on the way to the store. Actually, we in Mobile at this moment. That's when I had slipped it in her pocket. She's like, bro, you can't be doing all that in these streets. You remember that? You remember that? I was slipping that money back in her pocket because I knew she left it.
I do remember that. So, do you have the money right now?
Actually, it's not on me. It's in the room.
But you got it?
Yeah.
So you got it today?
Mm-hmm.
You taking it back today?
Actually,
At this point, it's fuck it. I guess you do.
When she was digging in my pocket, that's when I caught a problem. Cause like, bro,
So you're admitting you had attitude at the time you did.
And so she was digging in my stuff. I'm like, bro, what the hell are you doing? And so I'm over there grabbing her arms, hitting her and shit, getting her hand on my shit. I'm like, nigga, don't do that. And so she like standing up, well, give me my shit back. So I take the money out of my pocket, give it to her. And then she had said something slick again. And then I walk off. And at this point, I go outside, check on CL or whatever. Come back in, minding my own damn business, in the living room, minding my business, dancing, singing, whatever. And we wait until leave, y'all looking for something. And so she comes, and at this point, I think we in the dining room. And so she's like, here's the money back. And so I take the money, mind my business, finna go put it up, having a holly jolly moment. And so I'm putting it up or whatever. Then a few seconds later, here's her again. You have an attitude. Give me my money back. And I'm like looking at her face like, bro. And so I give her the money back, and at this point it's like, fuck it, she's just gonna keep doing this dumbass shit. And so it's like, you know what, keep your dumbass money. I don't want it.
All that. It was happening all day and I didn't even know. That's crazy. So you gonna keep the money?
If she don't start switching up again, yeah.
First of all, I wasn't switching up and it's still
And
not.
you said she gonna keep it this time, is what you saying?
Yeah, at this point it's like, fuck it, because she just gonna keep having attitude. So.
Bet it up.
You the attitude queen.
Well, it is what it is, huh?